What's good, everybody? This is Coach Phil, and welcome to another episode of Deep in the Game. And as you can see, we got Mizzell, the man, the only man in ACC history to receive 1,500 yards and rush for 1,500 yards. He's the starting running back for the BC Lions. He got a rock the Dewey. He got a 100 chain on because he keeps it 100. And I promise you, one of the best celebrations in all of the CFL. I'm talking about. Eddie went to the left too, bruh. Smoke, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, man. Look, I appreciate that love. You always show me love. I appreciate that, man, for sure.
Hey, just got to show
love. I love the energy, yo. You hit that dance better than me. I told you that last time.
I had to learn somewhere, man. Shit, when you hit that against Edmonton, I was like, hey, no damn way. I ain't stealing this shit for the intro, man.
No, for sure.
Well, man, hey, this has been one I've been wanting to do, man. You've been busy, I've been busy, but we finally doing it, man. How's the body?
Yes,
how's been your off season, man? And what you been up to before we get into your story?
Man, everything has been great. Like I told you a little bit, this is my first, off season, being a CFL player. Last year was a decent season, but this year I've been able to, focus in on my body, my mental. I'm back in football mode. So the off season's been going great. Like if this was like Madden or something, I feel like my overall is going up. I done got better. And mentally, I'm better too, because I was, for a little minute, I was missing my little man. So I got the chance to spend time with him and the family. So I'm back ready for football now.
That's what it's all about, man. I be seeing you and your little man working, man. He a dog too, man. He a little scrappy you out there.
Yes, sir. He's an all-around athlete. He already played more sports than I already did my whole life. So we're going in the right direction for sure.
Hey, we're gonna get paid one way or another, man.
For sure.
We ain't gonna do the LeVar Ball shit, but I'm just saying, hey, it's a family business out here, you feel me?
No, for sure.
So after this, after JB left, man, you had a pretty good start to your first season, man. 773 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, 4.9 yards per carry, man, and 291 receiving yards. Now, I told Vernon, as y'all will see on Monday when both these episodes would drop, I told Vernon, I was like, man, that West final, that first drive, you was cooking.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know what happened where you guys got kind of away from it. And I was in the building, so I'm watching, and I can finally tell you this to your face. The lanes were open.
Yeah.
It was like, Smoke gonna get at least 150 today. And I was talking shit. Because I promised Yoshi, shout out to Yoshi, I promised Yoshi when I saw him at the Gravy Ball, I was like, all right, I'll wear Winnipeg shit, but just know I need BC to win this because I wanted y'all and Montreal to play. That offense against that defense, Smoke against Lim and Darnell and Reggie, my dogs, man, I wanted my dogs to play. But did you feel kind of like, was there any kind of like residual feelings like, well, damn, like I'm this featured back. Like, can I get a little love, or was you just hey, it is what it is?
In a moment, like I'm not like a player. Like for the most part, I usually like, keep my head, stay focused, team guy or whatever. It was a little moment or whatever. I got a little frustrated, but other than that, I understand, how situations go, heat of the moment. We got arguably the best receivers in the game and the best quarterback, in the game. So I know how the season goes sometimes, it's a passing lead, but I was a little frustrated because I know how to, the extended, like the postseason goes. Like, you got to be able to run the ball. We got to be able to show them we can run the ball. And I feel like some teams didn't respect that, but not that they didn't respect me, but, it'd be certain situations. And that was just a little frustrating for a little bit. But other than that, it was just like, that first run went for like 23 yards or 22 yards, whatever. That I'm like, okay, it can be a long day. It could be a good day for them guys or for us and the boys up front. But, we went kind of a separate way, but it is what it is. We'll learn from that.
Your first season, man, getting to the West Final, man, and
So,
now you guys are we'll get into it, man. So are you ready to get deep in the game and tell the story about Smoke Mizzell?
let's get to it.
All right,
Let's get to it.
Let's go, man. So you was born October 21st, 1993 in Virginia Beach, Virginia, man. Now, Virginia, we talked about it before, man. Before we start recording, man, Virginia got some, obviously, Allen Iverson, Michael Vick, Marcus Vick, a lot of talent that's come out of there, man. But you went to Bayside High School. What was the comp like for you playing at Bayside? And did you always know this is my meal ticket?
Oh, man. So the Beach District for sure. So just like shout out to the 757 with like our area where we from. It's like it's not like we starting to get like much exposure now, but like back in the day we didn't get like a lot of exposure. But the competition was great. It was always hard to make it out the Beach District. You know, Bayside High School, we always been like one of the most talented, like far as the players. You know, we got the guys from this hood and that hood, but the comp was always good though. Whether you're gonna play in the Beach, Norfolk, where I was originally born, but Bayside and Virginia Beach is where I spent like majority of my life too. But in all areas of the 757, we got a lot of good athletes and we got a lot of ballers here. And obviously I say like in home, like in state, obviously too for college too though. So the comp was always good though.
What was one of your best games that you had, and did you get to experience any playoff football?
In high school?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my best games was so I'll give you two, long story short. So one game, it was like my sophomore year. This is my first year starting. And it was my first playoff game as a starter. And I ain't like as superstitious now, but I heard like if a bird, you know, use the bathroom or whatever, that's good luck or whatever it was. And that happened to me the day before my game. And that next day, I think I had like 350 yards and 3 touchdowns in my first playoff game as a sophomore or whatever. So that was like one of my best career games. And then my senior year, my last home game at Bayside High School, I had 5 touchdowns, but like for sure.
350.
Yeah, and I did, and we did have a playoff experience. I ain't never get a chance to like the state semis was as far as we went. We lost to a team in Richmond, Hermitage. Shout out to them, but that was as close as we went. Though. If we would have won that game, we would have went to states. But playoffs every year though, that was a mandatory.
Oh yeah, without question.
Yeah, that's mandatory for sure.
Did you have any other looks, any other colleges come after you, or were you very close to signing anywhere else other than University of Virginia?
Yeah, so coming out, I didn't start off this way. Like I started off like I ain't start till my sophomore year, but like coming out, I was like highly recruited like after my junior year. I probably had like total probably like 23 offers, I think it was like 23, 24 offers. But like my top 5 was Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio State, Carolina. I actually was pretty close. I love Ohio State at the time, but like, you know, I'm a mama's boy. I was raised by my mother, and was just like us and my sister at the time. So we wasn't doing a lot of visiting and traveling to this place to that place. So that's my only regret. I wish I would have took official visits with all those opportunities and offers I had, but you know, once my mom went to the University of Virginia, it was like further enough away to like stay out of trouble with, but further enough to, you know, be close enough to get back to mom's. It was just like this home. You feel me? So other than that, nah.
Hey, at least you do.
If my son go through this process though, we definitely would take all official visits though for sure.
Well, Pop's finna get a payday coming here soon, so I already know you get 1,500, man. They gonna have to break the bank, man. I'm gonna talk to the people. We gonna get Smoke an extension. Best believe that.
No question. We working for it. You know what I'm saying? Earn that, giving. I've been putting the work in. We're gonna see how it go.
Yes, sir. So for you getting the University of Virginia, now a lot of people, we all hear about Virginia Tech, the Hokies, and everything like that, man. The talent they had. But people forget, like, the best running back that y'all have ever had was Tiki Barber.
Yep.
Did you feel like when you walked into the University of Virginia, it was like, hey, I'm just a number, or hey, I'm gonna take over and I'm gonna get this spot one way or another?
That's a good question. I felt like I was always had like a humble approach to it. I felt like it was like the media and the outside that like put like I don't feel like nobody have bigger expectations for themselves than me. But like being like a 5-star recruit going to Virginia, they tried to put like this big hype around it or whatever it was. But I definitely did like feel like I respected the senior that was there before me. He was a great back. That was a 1,000-yard back. But I knew it would take time, but I definitely had plans to go there and try to change this thing around. I ain't never like really compare myself to nobody, but being like a big time recruit, that was the whole thing. Like I told you before, Virginia is like we kind of like overlooked when it comes to talent. So I kind of wanted to change that between like when I say Virginia, they think Virginia Tech. I wanted them to think my school. You feel me? But it's like it ain't work out like that. It ain't work out like that.
At least you honest about it. At least you honest. It ain't making excuses.
Nah, I don't make excuses. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't go to a bowl game in college. We got big dirty. They knew when they came to Scott Stadium and when we was playing that they was gonna have a handful dealing with me though. Right. Like that's 110%. We lost some close games, but we lost a lot of games. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, it's funny because when I first noticed who you were in the CFL, I was going to react to your stuff, man. And before BC put out their video, and I looked up your college tapes, I was like, damn, the nigga can run.
Yeah,
the nigga actually is swift, because I'm going off of what I had seen during the season, and I'm like, all right, he legit, But then I was like, dang, he's showing up. And then I look at the stats. Sure. Now, every year, you doubled your stats in the way. Your freshman year, you had 184. Sophomore year, 280. But then you took a big leap, 664. And by your senior year, 940. Now, when they were saying, when you guys played Carolina, that was one of your best games.
Yeah. It was.
Like you...
Yeah, you locked in for sure.
I make sure I got all my facts. I'm a junkie when it comes to this shit. But who were some of your growing up, or just even in college? Like, who were some running backs that you were like, I'm gonna take a little bit of his? I like he does this jump cut. I like that he does this.
I always feel like Barry Sanders is my favorite running back of all time. But obviously, like I'm 30, like I ain't get to watch his games live, but I know and I've seen enough to say that's my favorite. But in my modern day, like high school, I was a big fan of LaShawn McCoy for sure. I used to love Shady, his run style, the way he make people miss, score, like the energy, the vibe around him. And then like Marshall Faulk was like all time. Like Marshall Faulk. From running and catching, like, all time, like Marshall Faulk was that guy. So those was like my guys. Right. Because they didn't want an LT, because I never had a favorite NFL team, by the way. I never had a favorite NFL team. So I always follow LT or LaShawn McCoy. And once those guys like came to like the end of their careers, that was about it. And I had to figure out who I was.
When I watch your film, brother, the college version of you and the BC Lions version of you obviously are two totally different players, but there's still similarities where you're patient. You aren't overrunning the blocks.
Yeah, for sure.
Where you don't have to, like some guys when they get to the pros, they have to slow down. They're trying to just hit the hole. No, you had that at Virginia, and you took that with you to the NFL. We'll get to that in a minute. And then the CFL, man, you're patient. Outside zone and inside zone, you fuck people up.
I appreciate that. For sure. Appreciate that.
The game against Edmonton is still my favorite game that you had, man. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But just for context purposes, you are fast, but you're deceptively fast.
I like that.
You're not like, how some guys like Some guys, like if they're like 5'8", 5'9", you know, they're shifty, they're quick, they're not going to want to hit, they're not going to want contact. You go for the contact. I seen you roll over many niggas at Virginia. And it's like, damn.
See, they don't know. See, but I'm gonna show. This what I'm gonna show though. See, that's. See, you really tapped in though. That's what I really know that I'm saying. You really tapped in, but nah, it's like like last year I was light as well. I ain't saying I'm heavy now, but like I'm light. I was light, probably like at Virginia at one point in time I was like 195. Last year I played at like 180, 185, or whatever it was. But they'll try to make you like. They try to categorize you as something, like, oh, he can't run outside, he can't run inside, or whatever it is. Right. But no, just because I'm small, I ain't scared to run in between the tackles or do this, then, and third. So they'll be able to see that though for sure.
Oh, because I got something for you right here. I like to watch the highlights with guys real quick since we at the Virginia part. You down for that?
No, for sure.
Let's take a look, brother. I'm gonna take this, and this shows because I actually was watching it. I left it at the spot I was. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen with you real quick. Let me open it up for you. Right. Can you see?
Yeah, that's hard. I can see.
2016. I had to get the facts straight for everybody real quick. Look at that young boy right there. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
The young kid there.
Look at right here. Look at it right here. Only player ACC with 1,500. Now that's that Marshall Faulk. That where you talk about that.
Yeah.
Got swagger. Got the little armbands on the little bands on the side. Boy, you had some smoking to you in 2016. Oh, right there. Look at that.
Little intro. Ain't never a little intro.
They gonna show it.
That's my dog there. He a dog.
Who were some of your favorite teammates?
Definitely the one you just seen, number one, Dante Wilkins. He coached right now in college. I had a corner, Tim Harris. He playing what is it, UFL right now?
Yeah.
Yup, that's one of my favorites. It's a lot. Quinn Blandon is my brother. That's my brother from the 7-5. He's a dog. He played a year or two in the league. He could have had a great career too, though. Undrafted, but he was All-American 4 years at Virginia, though.
Here we go, right
for
here.
For sure. And he went with me to Bayside High School and the University of Virginia.
Oh shit! Out of split gun. Now, how do you, as a receiver, you're a dual threat back. You can run it and you can receive it. What's your philosophy when it comes to you getting out of your release? You sit there. How do you play it a lot?
What's that? Catching the ball out the backfield?
Yeah. Without getting blown up.
Man, catching for me, being a receiving back, that was always like a strength for me. Like I always use that as like my advantage. Whether I don't look at pass pro or any of that stuff because that's a huge part of our game as backs. Is what is that, like a weakness?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand those guys get paid too, and they might have their strengths at certain things. But it's no way at my size I feel like nobody in the world, a linebacker or anybody bigger than me, should be able to cover me though.
Right.
And that's just always been my philosophy. Like one of my best friends growing up was a quarterback. So all I did was ran routes for him. So I mean, obviously I'm a running back, but I'm just like catching the ball is always natural for me though.
Do you feel more comfortable catching out the backfield, or do you feel like you can be even more of a threat in the slot?
Both. I ain't necessarily saying I done went through a full NFL training camp my third year in Chicago as a receiver. That I wouldn't necessarily say I was uncomfortable, but it gave me a different respect for being a full-time receiver, though. Like being on the outside, inside, whatever. I caught a lot of passes in Virginia, but I feel like both from the slot to the backfield, though. I feel like both. Honestly, I ain't even gonna lie. I just want to play in space. You get me in space, then we're gonna have a lot of trouble.
Now, you know, as much as I give you praise, there is one thing I do want to say that I need you to I need you to get better at, man.
Talk to me.
You got to hold on to that ball, man.
I got you now for sure. Hey, no, I got a couple of plays. You know, we already started our Zoom calls. I'm looking at my ball security. I'm like, I gotta get a little better. But I had one fumble last year.
Yeah, but still, man, it's because last season was such like it was so many games that I reacted to. It felt like there were times, man, where it was kind of shaky on those handoffs. Not saying it was
no, for sure. For sure. That's RPO. That's like RPO. You know, we like run pass option. Well, I ain't gonna say like too much about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, no, for sure. You know, it's always things that like just like ball security. That's like something that you can never stop working on. Ball security, pass pro. So I got you though, for sure. That's a lot of stuff. That's like I'm back in a weight room, so you know it ain't we sharpening the tool up for sure.
Oh, for sure. I'm not even worried about that. So,
for sure.
As you leave University of Virginia, man, you did your little you had your pre-draft measurables, but then you were undrafted free agent. You signed with Baltimore. Now, we ain't gonna really dig too deep because we're gonna get to the BC time here real close. But let's talk about like Baltimore, Chicago, New Orleans, and New York. Where did you feel like, damn, I had the best shot here, or where was the best locker room?
I felt like my best time period was in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, now you got to feel me with this. Now, my rookie year, I felt like my best opportunity to make a name for myself, to get myself over the hump, was in Baltimore.
Right.
Now, it didn't work out like that. See, now when I was in Baltimore, I learned a lot from Danny Woodhead, who was a route runner back there that had signed. And I had the best preseason as a rookie back out of like receiving, catching on the backfield my rookie year, but they wanted to keep me on the practice squad. If I could have stayed there that year, I would have been able to get over that hump. But Chicago claimed me that year. And I was basically, we kept 4 backs that year. It was me, Tariq Cohen, Benny Cunningham, and Jordan Howard.
Mm-hmm.
They was the 2 bigger backs and we was the 2 smaller backs. So I was like, I was really like the guy just in case something happened to Tariq. So I was just like, I really like a more so of a roster practice squad type of guy. So I ain't get like real action, but I was on the roster. See, then Baltimore, I would have played and got my name out there. They would have known exactly who I was besides the preseason. But that was basically like my NFL career. Like those four teams in those 4 years, like a couple of those years was in Chicago. But me personally, I felt like I was always good enough to stay on the NFL roster, besides when I hurt myself. But it was hard for me to get over the hump until you get to a spot that actually need and value you.
Right. See, and even like you went to a lot of places where the run game is important. You were around a lot of great backs. Now, the 2017 season, that was Lamar's first. Was it Lamar's first season, or
that was his
MVP season?
So my rookie year was going to be his senior year in college. So we played against each other in college, though.
Okay, ACC Louisville.
Yep. So when I was there, was Joe Flacco and
RG3,
Ryan Mullet and stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But then you went to Chicago, where it was that running back room. It could have been your chance to start because they had Jordan Howard. Jordan Howard underrated. Jordan Howard was solid.
Yeah, it was very underrated.
Oh,
that's a 1,000-yard bat in the league for sure. Multiple years too.
Oh yeah. And then you go to New Orleans, man, and Alvin Kamara. Ingram was already gone, right?
Yeah, he was gone. It was Alvin and Latavius Murray.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on. And then you were in New York. Now that was...
So it's like everybody, that's how you see how you said, like everybody these are Pro Bowl guys at the time. You get what I'm saying? And we know how it goes. It's like, I don't care what Smoke does. I'm not about to take, they're not about to say, let him play over this Pro Bowl back who already established himself or whatever it is. It's a marathon. I got to get to where everybody ain't no Pro Bowl back now. You feel me? And when you got to compete like that, it's like, I'm gonna show what I can do. It just wasn't. It got to be the right situation. That's all.
Hey, it's in the Lord's time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So how did you end up getting picked up by the BC Lions?
So the last team I was on was the Giants, and that was gonna be a great opportunity as well. But so OTAs, Taquan wasn't back yet, and we had like a basically open competition. We had a lot of good backs too. But OTAs, I tore my hamstring, and they still wanted to keep me around. They told me to get ready for camp, and this is my first full year with them. They just signed me back, and then as I'm preparing and getting ready for camp or whatever, like the week of camp, I tore it again, and it was like, and let me remind you, I never had no type injuries like this. Like, it ain't like, oh damn, he injury prone or woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. But it was like I wasn't there. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on in real life. To where like now I see as I'm older how your mental and your body and all that stuff go together. But once I tore it twice, it wasn't nothing they can do because Taquan wasn't even going to be back the first couple of games. So just like they did the injury settlement, and I know I was waiting like 3 weeks or whatever after I healed myself. I was like, I'm hoping to hear back for somebody in the league. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. And they was like, if we need you. Right. So at this time, I'm like, I want to play football. So actually the first team I think that might have hit me up was Sask at first, but I figured out that BC, you know what I'm saying? Like we already had ties with BC. So it was just like, that's how it worked. And while I was hurting, I was like, let me see what's going on. Like, I don't really know what's going on. So I started to watch the CFL, and I'm like, oh, no, these guys hooping. These dudes hooping. I'm really tapping in now. And it's like I had to watch it that whole year. No.
So you mean to tell me that Fred had a damn chance to sign you, and we not knocking my nigga Maul. Shout out to my boy Maul. That's my dog. That's my brother right there. But no, we didn't touch no positive. God damn. And
man, that was the first. I ain't even gonna lie to you though. That was the first team where I was like, what's going on in the CFL? It was them.
Yeah.
Besides, I ain't gonna lie, like before, now I know exactly who they are and what's going on. But it was like always seeing like stuff with Winnipeg, like whether it was the weather, them winning, was Wilder there at the point in time, the running back, or was he in Toronto?
I think he was there in set.
Okay, I'm not sure. I don't want to mix it up, but I knew, but I didn't know much about it though. But that year while I hurt myself, and I'm trying to figure everything out, I sat down and I locked in on the CFL, and I became a fan. Like, I became a fan. Obviously, I love football, and I was trying to get my career back going. But I definitely became a fan just watching though.
See, I'm gonna have to sleep on that one because that hurt. That hurt knowing that now, man. But you get to BC and it's an open situation because JB, shout out to JB, he'll be on here soon. So. He chooses to go to Scamilton, and you got the open opportunity, man. So how's it feel to be in that air it out offense? And what was your first experience like? Who got you? Who lit up Smoke Mizzell first?
Man, like, first of all, like, that whole experience was just a blessing for real. Mm-hmm. Like, nothing about last year in Canada. Let me just say this though. Nothing about last year in Canada, besides maybe the meniscus part though, was like a down for me. Like, just to be around like that locker room, those type of people, that vibe, that get back around football again from like what I was going through in real life, it was just like second to none. Right. But getting there, what you asked me again? You said who did what for me?
What was let's say what was your welcome to the CFL moment.
Welcome to the CFL moment. No, ooh. Nah, this a good now. When I got out there, when I got out there, I was like, from the minute I stepped on the BC practice field, whatever it was, I was feeling it's gonna take me time to get back to myself, but I felt me. But man, I played Saskatchewan. Like, I hope I said that right. Y'all relax. This only my second year in Canada.
You said it right.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, I bobbled a kick return in preseason. Man, I'm talking about I got hit so hard in preseason, dog. And I'm like, okay. You hear a lot of stuff like people that's from here. That's why I can't wait. Like, I got more guys from like the US, more hit what's going on in the CFL. But it's like, you think they underestimate what's going on out here. You feel me? And that was like my mom was like, nah, they not gonna play with you. Like, they not gonna play with you. I really got hit hard, and I gotta tighten up. So that was like really like my welcome to the CFL moment. But besides that, football is football though. Like, once you get back, like I just knew this what I knew, because I started off well in like camp, but I was trying to tell them, like, they ain't seen the best yet. And that's how I feel this year. Like, last year, that was like off the couch. Like, I'm just trying to get back into the groove. Like, you will see.
You already know. I ain't doubting it. I ain't doubting it. Because I'm gonna be
that was rusty. Like, the year was a rusty year. Like, how you read the college. Yeah, how you read the college joint and it got better each year. Yeah. That's how it is. Like, that's how it is. Like, on God, that's how I feel.
Now, my boy Maul, I already promised him, I said, because I'm gonna have, there was that whole controversy with the CFL awards and all that. I'm having a Coach Phil awards this year, and any back that get 1,000 yards, they get in the Coach Phil chain. As you can see, the logo in the background. I'm gonna get y'all that no limit type of chain. I want any back. This for any back in the CFL. You hit a thou wow, you get a chain. And it ain't gonna be no fugazi wooden chain. It's gonna be something nice. So I need you to hit 1,000. You get 1,000. I'll get you a little cubic, little something light. But you hit 1,500. Oh, gold solid. Oh, we gonna go all out.
That's hard. That's hard though. I like that. That's hard.
Little light motivation. I'll squander a few shillings for y'all.
For sure. Get love to the backs, man.
Oh yeah, because the backs are so under. It was a weird year because quarterbacks were going down left and right. But with the running backs, AJ Ouellette, you had KB, Kevin Brown, you had Kadeem Carey coming back, Peyton Logan, Jamal Morrow, yourself.
Shout out to those guys too, because I was tapped there with some of those guys. Like I said, I became a fan of the CFL, and I do feel like it wasn't a team that didn't have a good back to me.
Thank you.
It wasn't a team that was like, nah, he ain't it. Like, he can, like, I felt like each team had a back that can play. For sure. So shout out to those guys.
Now going into the 2024 season, you guys picked up William Stanback. Now, I know with running backs, sometimes the running back room is super competitive, just like any other room in the team. But how do you feel about them picking up William Stanback and you guys being the Thunder and Lightning? That's how Vernon portrayed it. You're gonna be Thunder and Lightning.
For sure. I think that was a great addition. Like, it's been a minute since, like, I feel like that Thunder and Lightning thing. I feel like that's every team needs that. You feel me? And I feel like it's a minute since I had that personally, or I've been in that type of role. And I feel like sky's the limit with that. I'm a big fan of his game. I have been seeing some of what he was doing, and shit, he broke on us when we played them. I had a touchdown. He had a touchdown, but his touchdown was long. But I feel like that can keep a lot of teams on their toes though. Like, we got two different playing styles, but both of them very effective. And obviously with VA at the quarterback spot, sky's the limit. Is how we want to use it. Like, I feel like it's all up to us, and we put ourselves in those good situations. Teams is up for it, and like how me and Vernon always felt, I feel like that's shout out to those bats again, humbly, but I feel like we got the best backfield in the league.
Talk your shit. Say what you got to say, brother. I ain't mad at shit.
So,
so we done gone through your career, man. You ready to end it with the 5 rapid fire questions?
Let's do it.
All right. First question. Are you a drum bull or are you a flats bull when it comes to wings?
I'm both. I ain't even gonna lie. I love wings. I don't want to be like cliche or none of that. But I ain't never went somewhere and been like, let me get all flats. I'd be like, long as they crispy, I'm good to go.
What's your? Are you more of a garlic parmesan or are you more of a barbecue? What's your thing?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna say barbecue. Or like, you had hot honey before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll be slumped. I'll be tuckered out after eating.
Yes, sir. I'm a wing fan now.
I ain't mad
for sure.
What you bumping in your trunk?
Oh, I listen to YB, obviously. I listen to Lil Durk.
Those are 2 different ops.
You feel me? But that's people problems. Like, you feel me? I don't know these dudes.
I don't care either. I'm just talking shit, but no.
No, for sure. Sometimes it got to the point though, it did feel a little weird, but I'm like, come on, I done liked them before. They didn't like each other.
Right.
I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with it, you feel me? But like those are my top 2 though. Who else I listen to? Rod Wave for sure. Mm-hmm. Rod Wave for sure. Yeah, that's the top 3 right there.
What's your favorite Dirk song? Go to.
Divorce.
Okay.
Divorce. YB, I gotta go Lonely Child or Lonely Child. I'm tripping right now. I'm gonna go Lonely Child for sure.
Okay.
I just posted that on my story like yesterday. RP Grandma, that was her birthday. Is the day the 30th? The 1st?
Today's the 1st.
Nah, that was on the 29th. So I posted that on my story on the 29th for sure.
I feel it. My YB, I would say my YB. I got a couple YB songs, man. Pour One, Bad. Come on. Remember Smoking?
Nah, see, these songs, you gotta really listen to him to know those songs though. These ain't like what the ones you can hear on the radio. I hear you.
Because he came out, he says, remember smoking weed with your little brother. Matter of fact, I remember call you my big brother.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, yo. And then why? See, that's the thing. He young, but YB dropped so many damn songs under house arrest. You got to keep up.
Yeah, facts. But Pour Ones is the old YB. That's how I knew you tapped in though, for sure.
Because him, G Money, that whole beef and everything. Yeah. I love G Money.
Yeah.
Love G Money, man. One of my favorite G Money songs is Put That Pride to the Side. And I used it early on in my CFL videos, man. Man.
I might gotta hear that one though. See, you tapped in for sure more than me.
Let me. I'll give you a little example. This is just a little example for everybody, man. G Money said, "This shit's so crazy when you love a lady, but she playing games, got you feeling like, what if you kill her? Would it be the same? Everything these bitches say or do, it always seems strange, down bad, but all that money they'll leave in the rain."
Off the top.
That show how much I live. That shit. When I be by myself, I be at work. I be listening to shit. I be like, man, I be in my feelings.
Hey, no, this what you do right here though, because you just hit me with the line off the top. I'm a YB fan. I listen to YB every day. I couldn't even name the other song I like, but no, for sure. The other one was Bad. That's that. I was about to post that one too. Oh, yeah. YB came back from the dead, yo.
Oh man, he came back with YB. Yes, at first, I didn't like YB because everybody was gassing him up. But once I finally listened, because I like to listen to the whole album, I don't want to listen to the singles.
Yeah, for sure.
He take you through so many ups and downs. I'm like, shit, I might catch a case.
No. So he don't just got just that type music. He got like vulnerable music too. He just be thugging with his music sometimes, but it's like music that can get you through sometimes, like Rod Wave.
And that nigga dancing be killing me. 38 straight. I'm like, yo, all right, let's do that move. Next question, man. Next question.
So,
Hey, we wild over here. Next question, man. What do you like to do in your spare time, man? What does Smoke like to do, man?
I'm a hooper. I love basketball.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I love basketball. I love cardio here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big family dude though. Like I stay out the way.
Right.
I feel like where I'm from, it's a lot of love, but it can get like in the way too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta find your niche and stay out the way and do what you love. So it's like I'm around my family, man, and other than that, I just started like obviously I had my first camp like 2 years ago, but this off season here is why I just started training the kids. So that keep me busy, like from high school all the way down to the youth. And I'm in love with that. So that's what I really do. I pour my time into the kids, my kids, and meant to just bettering myself. Besides hooping, I'm a gamer. I like, playing a game here and there.
You just chill.
What else? I'm chilling. I be chilling. I ain't gonna lie to you, but bro, I usually have a girl. You know what I'm saying? I usually have a girl. That was my first time last year while I was single. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just been about Smoke. Like, what Smoke like to do? What, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I like it, though. But it's about, it get a little lonely sometimes. I'm tired of it already.
Wait, that's the questions, man, before I get myself in trouble. If you could ask Coach Phil one question, man, what would you ask him?
Oh. Who is your favorite to win the Grey Cup this year and why?
If we talking out the West, now I'm a Rider fan, but y'all my favorite right now.
Okay.
Not glazing the kissing ass, but the way y'all play, the respect and love I have for RP, Vernon, all y'all, man. Hatch coming back, Uncle Hatch. That's a grown ass.
My dog.
Gary, all them, man, that's the West. Now the East, I got Montreal or Ottawa right now.
Okay. Oh, Ottawa, for sure. Word?
I expect.
Shout out to Rhymes, man, my brother. Hey, you feel me? Like, I know how I go, the business, but that's a dog.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That's a dog.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh,
real
yeah.
one.
City boys hurt after that one.
For sure. And that would have been my question though. The other one you already told me, you know what I'm saying, ball security. I would have asked you that for sure. I'm always like on criticism. That's why I appreciate you too. I've seen like, the reaction video, I don't take nothing personal. Like we can have that type of relationship. You can hit me during the season. Let me know, hey, I feel like you woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I love this. Like, I love to get better. I'm addicted to getting better. So,
I appreciate
that.
All about ball security, and when that contact does come, I know what you can do. Keep them legs moving, because you get sweet feet sometimes where you try to do a couple extra moves when all you gotta do, man, run through them.
No, for sure. Nah, and I've been working on that even in training though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even not like necessarily like not being decisive, but just like you said, instead of being sweet feet, just go. You know what I'm saying? So for sure.
So my last question for you, and we're gonna get up out of here, brother. I asked Vernon this, and I'm gonna ask you.
Yup.
Y'all hosting the Grey Cup this year. Now I'm gonna be in the building a couple times this season for the 18th against Winnipeg, the Gravy Bowl, and for the Grey Cup.
Yeah.
What is the expectation for you, for the team, and also for you personally? What is your expectation for yourself?
Oh, man. I ain't gonna lie, straight to the point. For the team, is definitely to win the Grey Cup. Nothing less. Like, I feel like this is only my second year in the CFL, but shout out to Winnipeg. I respect all the teams in the league, but I'm always saying, like, they like whether they're the bullies or the team that's always there, whatever it is. But I just feel like it's time to, change that thing around. So we got the talent is there on the roster, so when you look at the paper, it's all there. We just got to put the pieces together. So for the team, it's Grey Cup 110%. And for myself, man, but staying healthy, for one, is the number one thing for me, and dominate. Like, I ain't I'm on all bullshit. Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather pop it for the team, but me personally, I'm on all bullshit. Like, I'm a show. Like, it ain't too many. I ain't even just saying bats, but I just feel like players. I'm one of the best players in football players in general. I ain't just saying no league. Feel me? So, and it's just like, and that's on me to show that. And I just want to just help my team, you know what I'm saying, 110%.
Yes, sir. I expect the West Final. This is just my early prediction. Since we're going to end it on this note, I got Riders and BC. Whoever has the home field advantage, man.
And that's a great place to play there. And so is BC. But, I just went around my little tour this year, and it gets crazy, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I love it there, though. Like, them fans is for real.
Oh, we're going to wild out. Best believe that, man. But, hey, thank you so much, man, for hopping on with me, man. You know where you are when it comes to me and you, man. I want to see you be successful, man. I'm going to have your chain ready for you, and go get yours.
Sir. Appreciate you. I appreciate you, boss.
Anytime, man. So that's going to be another episode of Deep in the Game, where you might be deep in this game, but you got the rules missing. Everybody take care. Smoke. You my nigga.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The man's in the house. So crazy. The man's in the house.